Once, in a small village at the foot of a great mountain, there lived a man named Elias. He was not rich, nor was he famous, but he carried a quiet wisdom that made people stop and listen when he spoke. Elias had seen many seasons of life, some filled with joy, others with sorrow, but he faced them all with the same calm acceptance. One day, a young traveler named Leo came to the village, weary from his long journey and burdened by troubles. Leo had lost his home in a storm, his family was scattered, and he felt as though the gods themselves had turned against him. He heard stories about Elias and sought him out, hoping for answers. When he found the old man sitting beneath an ancient oak tree, Leo poured out his heart. "Why must life be so cruel?" he asked. "Why do bad things happen to good people? How can I go on when everything I love is gone?" Elias listened patiently, then picked up a dry leaf from the ground. "See this leaf," he said. "Once it was green and full of life, clinging to the branch as if it would never let go. But the wind came, as it always does, and tore it free. Now it is brown and brittle, ready to return to the earth. Does the leaf curse the wind? Does it weep for what it has lost? No. It falls." Leo frowned. "But we are not leaves. We feel pain. We remember what we have lost. How can we accept suffering as if it means nothing?" Elias smiled. "I did not say suffering means nothing. Pain is real. Loss is real. But fighting against what cannot be changed only deepens the wound. The great philosophers of old called this Amor Fati, the love of fate. It does not mean we must like hardship, but we must learn to see it as part of our story, as necessary as the joy that comes before and after." Leo was silent for a long time. Then he asked, "How does one learn to love their fate?" Elias stood and gestured for Leo to follow. They walked through the village, past the market where merchants called out their wares, past children playing in the dusty streets. Elias pointed to a potter at his wheel. "Watch him," he said. The potter's hands shaped the clay, but suddenly the wheel spun too fast, and the vase collapsed into a shapeless lump. The potter did not shout or throw the clay away. He simply wet his hands and began again. "Life is like that clay," Elias said. "Sometimes it crumbles in our hands. We can rage at the wheel, or we can accept what has happened and begin anew." Next they came to a garden where a woman was pruning a rose bush. She cut away dead branches without hesitation. "Why does she harm the plant?" Leo asked. Elias shook his head. "She is not harming it. By cutting away what is dead, she makes room for new growth. Suffering is like those dead branches. If we let it, it can clear the way for something stronger to grow in us." As the sun began to set, they climbed a hill overlooking the village. From there, they could see the whole valley, the fields, the river, the distant mountains. "Tell me," Elias said, "if you could paint this scene, would you only use bright colors, no shadows, no darkness?" Leo shook his head. "No, the shadows give depth. Without them, the painting would feel flat and unreal." Elias nodded. "So it is with life. The sorrows, the struggles, they are the shadows that give meaning to the light. To reject them is to reject part of the beauty of existence." That night, Leo slept under the stars, his mind filled with new thoughts. The next morning, he thanked Elias and prepared to leave. "Where will you go now?" Elias asked. Leo shrugged. "I do not know, but I will walk forward, whatever comes, and try to see each step, whether easy or hard, as part of a story worth living." Elias placed a hand on his shoulder. "Then you have already begun to love your fate." Years passed. Leo traveled far and wide, facing storms and droughts, but also moments of unexpected kindness and joy. He never forgot the lesson of the old man and the leaf. When others asked him how he remained so steady in hard times, he would tell them the same truth. Do not fight the wind. Learn to bend with it. Love your fate not because it is always good, but because it is yours. And so the wisdom of Amor Fati spread, one story at a time. For in the end, the only thing we truly control is how we meet what life brings, with resistance or with acceptance. And acceptance, when practiced long enough, can become a kind of love.